Late night MMA news. Alexander Volkanovski holds on to the number one pound for pound despite his loss to Islam Makhachev. We also got Mateusz Gamrot stepping in for Dan Hooker to face Jalen Turner on UFC 285 on the Jones pay-per-view card. And we got other MMA news we can break down. Let's get started too with the pound for pound. Alexander Volkanovski holds on to number one spot despite his loss. And when I saw this, UFC after the fight and everything, not even an hour removed from the fight versus Makhachev and Volkanovski, the new pound for pound number one, Makhachev. The new number one pound for pound is Makhachev. But yeah, this is funny. I love this. Volkanovski should stay at number one because he should have won 4 rounds to 1. If you have that fight from Makhachev, you're fucking retarded. I'm going to say that. YouTube, don't demonetize me or take this video down, please. I beg of you. Yeah. Alexander Volkanovski should be at number one. I don't mind this. I don't mind this at all. If Jones beats Gane, he'll just jump at number one despite all of Volkanovski's title defenses and his fight versus Makhachev. And yeah, Makhachev also has done shit all at lightweight other than beating Oliveira and beat Volkanovski technically, even though he arguably shouldn't have. Let's be real. And it might turn into a no contest as well. Actually might be a case. It might turn into a no contest because, the IV situation, the cheating situation. But Volkanovski, number one. I like this news. He should be. He really should be. Run back a rematch? I guess this does nothing for Makhachev in hindsight, but you're lucky enough you got the fucking win, so yeah. I like this. I really do. At least we have a real pound for pound number one. I think they're sharing it, number one. I think they're sharing number one. So that means you have to clear up and do a rematch. But then Yair Rodriguez, fucking hell, because he's an interim champ and you have to give him a title shot. It's not like he's a contender. So yeah, I don't mind this news. Moving on to another news though, which is Mateusz Gamrot steps in against Jalen Turner at UFC 285. Originally it was supposed to be Dan Hooker, as we know. This is an interesting fight, to be honest with you. This arguably should have been the fight to be made. Before, I don't know why Turner fought Hooker. I didn't get that fight, really, in hindsight. I think no one had a fight. Gamrot wasn't ready or something like that, so they made Turner Hooker. But Hooker dodged a bullet, but Gamrot steps up. Good for Gamrot, man. Good for Mateusz Gamrot. Huge spot on the main card of a pay-per-view against Jalen Turner. And this is a risky fight. I don't know who to really pick here, to be honest with you. Because I want to go Mateusz Gamrot out grappling Jalen Turner. Because Turner's grappling defense is just not the best. But he got out grappled by Matt Favola. Maybe he's improved it, but we haven't seen him fight a wrestler yet. But Gamrot held down Arman Tsarukyan. Dude has insane cardio. So if Jalen Turner can get this one done and get it in spectacular fashion, like he usually does in his fights against Brad Riddell, Jamie Mullarkey. The Mullarkey fight was back and forth though, but he eventually poured it on and got the win with knees and punches. Gamrot is stepping up on short notice, but the fight is in 3 weeks, so it's not like it's bad. It's not like it's like a week's notice or 4 days notice, 5 days notice. So he has 3 weeks, maybe 2. But over at least over 2 weeks away until the fight. I got Gamrot though. I don't know. Gamrot can get hit and get put down, is what I've noticed. But I will go with him against Jalen Turner. I trust his grappling. He does get dropped, but his recovery, he doesn't have a great chin. Mateusz Gamrot, he doesn't have a great chin, but his recovery is insane. And Turner does have power in his shots, but it's more like range shots and the shots you don't really see coming. Like Kevin Holland type of shots with the 1-2s. So maybe he gets cracked early on and maybe he loses round 1. But I can see him surviving and winning the last 2 rounds for a close, unanimous decision. Close fight, competitive fight. Gamrot gets it done. Look, he would have looked better on a full camp, but he gets it done. Plus, Jalen Turner was training for a striker in Dan Hooker, who wasn't going to shoot takedowns. So, yeah, that would have been a good one for him. But this is a tough one for Turner. Yeah, I think the hype train ends here. 27, though. He could win. You know, he's got a 5-inch reach advantage. He could win, honestly. I don't know. I'm not really sold on this one. I just think Gamrot's grappling's good enough. Like, people say Pavlovich would lose to Blades and that. But maybe he's made improvements. You gotta have to say... we gotta say... Like, you can't really say Turner, he's must have improved. Then Pavlovich, like, it's kind of the same thing. You know, they lost around the same time. Pavlovich lost to Overeem. Around Turner lost to Matt Favola. Gamrot wins, in my opinion. Great fight, though. Great fight. We move on. That completes that card as well. Jones gone card. We move on to other news. MMA news. Chase Sherman versus Chris Barnett for the April 8th card. I mean, that card. I mean, I'm not going to go into it right now, but that's the Adesanya. That's the Pereira Adesanya card. That has Jorge versus Burns. That has Raul Rosas Jr., Adrian Yanez, Rob Font, Kelvin Gastelum, Chris Curtis, a bunch of other great fights. Kiesa, Li Jing Liang on the card. Great fights on that card, and this is added to it. This is a great fight for Miami as well. This is a decent one. I will go with I really think Chris Barnett, he's alright, but I feel like Chase Sherman could just pick at him and eventually get a KO. Because he was losing to Collier. But this is the one where this is the one where Barnett will just lose. But I could see him somehow pulling it off, even though he shouldn't. He shouldn't. I will go Sherman, though. I don't know who wins, to be honest with you. Great fight, though. Really good fight. Yeah. Eric Gonzalez, Trevor Peek. Yeah, Trevor Peek's from the Contender Series. They know what Contender Series. Yeah, I guess their opponents pulled out. Darius Flowers in Eric Gonzalez and Alex Reyes pulled out against Trevor Peek. Yeah, I mean, this is just a night and day fight. I think Trevor Peek lays him out cold. Eric Gonzalez is complete fucking utter shit. Hot garbage right there. Moving on to other fights, I guess. But Bryce Mitchell's back against Jonathan Pierce. This is a great fight. This is a good fight. I think Mitchell should have fought Ige instead, but I guess he wants to beat the Pierce because it's more impressive. I'll go with Bryce Mitchell here. I think this is a good fight for him. Pierce is good and always good, but it's just that one guy will just expose him. You know, he beat Elkins. From Darren Elkins to Bryce Mitchell, who lost to Pereira, I get it, but he still made that fight competitive. It's not like he got immediately destroyed and put out immediately. Like, he eventually lost and got dropped and subbed with an arm triangle, but I'll go Bryce Mitchell here. I'll go Bryce Mitchell, getting this one done in a close decision. And yeah, that's about it. Matt Brown versus Court McGee. I like this fight. I don't know why these guys ever fought each other. I like this fight. I'll go Matt Brown KO. Like, subscribe. Thank you for watching. And Charles Johnson, Ode Osborne, who cares? Johnson wins. Johnson, the Apex King. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. And leave a like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 400 subscribers. And that would really help me as well. Really would help me. Because we need at least 25 more subscribers until 400 subs. That would be really good for me. So yeah, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Peace.